In 1964, the Dallas Cowboys continued their upward climb in the NFL's Eastern Division, finishing just one half game out of third place in the race. The strong, young Dallas defensive unit matured into one of the toughest in the league and, in fact, led the NFL in many significant phases of defense. Injuries impaired the Cowboys' offense, but they still managed to hold their own against the toughest competition in the world. Now, let's relive some of the big moments of the Dallas Cowboys in 1964. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Cowboys officially opened the 1964 NFL season under the lights at the Cotton Bowl. Dallas enjoys the distinction of scoring the season's first touchdown as Don Meredith spears Frank Clark with a six-pointer, which gives the Cowboys the lead. In the second period, the Redbirds retaliate. Charlie Johnson throws, and Sonny Randall finds the handle for a 40-yard TD that puts St. Louis on top. Cowboy coach Tom Landry checks with his topside observers to find a flaw in the Cardinal defense. They spot a big one as dependable Don Perkins streaks through the St. Louis secondary for a lightning-fast 53-yard gain. Trailing 10-6, the Dallas defense, led by Big Bob Lilly, gives Joe Childress a rugged time. George Andre and Larry Stevens add a hand, and Childress is chucked for a 5-yard loss. The Cowboys are down by 7 in the final period as injured quarterback Don Meredith checks the charts on the Cardinal defense. The information is passed along to John Roach, who pairs with Frank Clark for a big gain, but it's not enough to carry the Cowboys to victory, and they drop their opener to the eventual second-place finishing Cardinals. An American classic, gridiron style, takes place at the Cotton Bowl. It's the Cowboys and the Indians as Dallas entertains Washington. According to tradition, the Cowboys are the goodies and the Redskins the baddies as both teams seek their first win of the year. The Cowboys' top ground gainer is number 43, Don Perkins. Perk, though one of the game's smallest, is still one of the most feared fullbacks in the National Football League. The Dallas I formation offense rocks the Redskins in the opening quarter with Amos Marsh roaming the range for 28 yards. Going the other way now, Joe Bob Isbell, number 60, and Mike Connolly, number 53, clear the track for Perkins, who freewheels to the Washington 1-yard line. A moment later, Don provides the touchdown punch, which gives Dallas the lead. Near the end of the half, the Cowboys threaten again, with Roach tossing a screen pass to Marsh. Marsh is harsh on the Redskin defenders as he circles to the Washington 3. Scoring honors are again given to Perkins, who drives into the end zone to widen the Dallas advantage. Sonny Jurgensen attempts to rally the Redskins with a fourth period pass, but sensational rookie defender Mel Renfro shoots Washington out of the saddle as he picks it off and returns 39 yards to score his first NFL touchdown. And take it from me, it won't be his last. Washington is in scoring position late in the game. That's George Izo passing. Joe Hernandez gets one hand on the ball, but Dave Edwards gets two on it for an interception. Jerry Tubbs assists Dave to his feet, but Edwards fumbles the ball. Leroy Jordan recovers in the end zone, and it's a safety for Washington. But the 2 points are unimportant as Dallas wins 24-18 for its first victory of the season. The Cowboys ride into St. Louis, anxious to avenge their earlier loss to the Cardinals. And in the opening period, it appears that they may do just that as Meredith and Clark combine to bring the ball to the Redbird 4-yard line. Joe Bob Isbell and Jim Steiger lead Perkins into the end zone as the Cowboys break in front. Watch rugged linebacker Leroy Jordan give Charlie Johnson a bad time, bulldogging him for a 9-yard loss. The Cards are threatening as Johnson completes a little swing pass to rookie Willis Crenshaw. Crenshaw is clobbered by a covey of Cowboys, and his fumble is recovered by Jerry Tubbs to halt this drive. Working out of the shotgun formation, Meredith fires an 18-yard completion to Pettis Norman. Now from the standard pro-type tee, Meredith continues his pinpoint passing. The timing is perfect on a sideline pattern to Clark that's worth another 12 yards. A 74-yard Cowboy drive is climaxed with Meredith passing to Clark. It's a 14-3 game with the Cowboys in the driver's seat. Linebacker Chuck Howley is on the lookout for the look-in pass. Howley swipes Johnson's toss and returns to the Cards 15. With rookie guard Jake Cupp leading the way, Amos Marsh shuffles through the Cards, and before you can say touchdown, Dallas owns a 21-6 advantage. The St. Louis secondary is billed as one of football's finest, but Don Meredith hasn't read their press notices. Meredith finds Pettis Norman just about as free as a receiver can be, and the play goes for a gain of 24 yards. A quick pitch out to Jim Steiger, and his fine effort moves the ball to the St. Louis 6. When the Redbirds brace, Dick Van Raaphorst delivers a 20-yard field goal. It's Dallas 24, St. Louis 6. The Cowboys aren't finished as Marsh saddles up and gallops through the home team to pace Dallas to a convincing 31-13 victory over the runner-up bowl winners, the St. Louis Cardinals. Coming off their best game, the red-hot Cowboys blow into the Windy City to meet the Bears. Don Meredith, taped from shoulder to toe because of various injuries, again directs the Big D attack. Chicago threatens in the opening quarter with Bill Wade passing. Wade's try goes awry as Jerry Tubbs comes up with a timely interception. Wade's necktie tackle halts Tubbs' return. Meredith backpedals as Dallas sets up a screen. Jim Steiger takes the pass and tears through the Bears to make it goal to go on the world champions' 5-yard line. Don Perkins deposits the ball in the end zone as the Cowboys rally to assume a 7-3 edge. Second period play features Dallas on the offense with Meredith throwing to Frank Clark for a gain of 27 yards. The quick pitch to Steiger works for a first down on the Chicago 46. The mighty monsters of the Midway make Meredith vacate the passer's pocket. But Don has the final word as he ruins the Bruins with a pass to Steiger. Jim makes a juggling reception, and Dallas takes a 14-3 lead. The Bears bounce back with Billy Wade pinpointing All-Pro end Mike Ditka for a 20-yard advance. Wade figures he has a good thing going as he fades to throw again. But this time, Wade is waylaid by marvelous Mel Renfro. Mel returns it 21 yards to the Chicago 35. Meredith pierces the Chicago secondary with a pass to Pennis Norman, and Norman goes storming to the Bears' 19. When the Cowboys bog down, Van Raphorst picks up the pieces with a 41-yard field goal, making it Dallas 17, Chicago 3. As the Bears attempt to regroup, Billy Wade is interred beneath Bob Lilly, Jim Colvin, and Larry Stevens. That's 760 pounds of Cowboys on the hoof. Wade hangs in there and gets out from under with a toss to John Arnett. Mr. Arnett plays hard to get, and before the Cowboys can corral him, he's reached the Dallas 23. In the face of George Andre's rush, Wade goes gunning for the long gainer, but Billy is foiled again by the Cowboys' one-man pigskin posse, Mel Renfro. The speedy rookie picks off his second pass of the game and hustles back 35 yards to move Dallas out of danger. The Big D boys grind goalward with Don Perkins lambasting the Bears for 19 hard yards. The teams change directions at the quarter, but Dallas is still end zone bound. Amos Marsh marches to the Chicago 12 with a great effort. Meredith can't find an available receiver, but he does find daylight and ducks by the Bears to make it goal to go. Meredith takes it in as the Cowboys down Chicago for the first time in their NFL history. With 2 straight victories in their saddlebags, the Cowboys have their 6 guns loaded for a shootout with the Giants. Tommy McDonald has earned his spurs as a Dallas receiver. The little man comes into this game as the number 2 Big D receiver, topped only by Frank Clark. who's having his best year ever. Veteran Andy Robustelli wins the toss for the New Yorkers, and Captain Don Meredith relays the news to his teammates. New York poses an immediate threat with Y.A. Tittle passing to Frank Gifford for a first down on the Dallas 25. Bob Lilly and George Andre lead a fierce rush against Y.A., whose hurried pass is intercepted by Jim Ridlon. Ridlon gallops down the sideline on a 74-yard touchdown return, his first ever in pro football. The Giants are unable to gain, and Don Chandler is unable to punt. Chandler's fumble is recovered by Lee Fulkins as Dallas takes over on the New York 17. Meredith converts the miscue into a Dallas touchdown as he arches the ball over Allen Webb to Frank Clark for a 14-0 Cowboy spread. The slow motion camera records New York's continuing frustration. Y.A. Tittle passes, but Leroy Jordan receives as the great Cowboy defense returns the ball to Dallas. Meredith spears Tommy McDonald, sliding across the middle for a first down in Giant country. It worked so well before that Meredith, with great pass protection, comes right back with that same pass pattern. Tommy tumbles to the turf, but bounces right back up and numbs the New Yorkers by racing to a 37-yard touchdown, his first of the year, which makes it Big D 21, Giants nothing. On this play, follow number 66 of the Cowboys, George Andre. As Tittle attempts to pass, Big George battles the Giants' Jack Stroud. Y.A. never gets the ball away as Andre buries the old bald eagle. But Tittle isn't quitting, and now he starts hitting as Aaron Thomas takes his toss on the Dallas 28. Two famed NFL veterans, Tittle and Gifford, give the New Yorkers a chance to cheer as they combine for a touchdown. Dallas leads 21-14 in the fourth quarter. Billy Lothridge punts for the Cowboys. Dick James fumbles, and hustling Perry Lee Dunn recovers on the New York 14. Meredith makes the breaks pay off in points with a perfect pass to Clark as the Cowboys outscore the Giants 31-21 to capture their third straight victory. The third-place Cowboys return to Dallas to face Philadelphia before 56,000 fans. Bob Lilly en route to earning All-Pro honors as a defensive tackle has been spectacular for the Cowboys. In the opening minutes of play, the Eagles' Earl Grove breaks through the Dallas forward wall and sprints 47 yards before he's run down by Mel Renfro. One of many touchdowns that Renfro saved during the year with his brilliant speed. King Hill launches a touchdown bomb which finds its mark as Pete Retzlaff pulls in the pass to put Philadelphia in front. In the second half, Hill is foiled by the Dallas defense. Leroy Jordan forces him to fumble. Then Leroy recovers on the Eagle 3. The fans chant, "We want a touchdown," and that's exactly what Don Meredith has in mind. After some fine faking, Meredith follows Joe Bob Isbell into the end zone for the score. The consistent Dallas defense sparkles on this play as Ollie Matson is bushwhacked by the Cowboys. Ollie is far from jolly as Andre and Warren Livingston give Matson a 19-yard minus. Playing against his former teammates, Tommy McDonald makes a fine reception as he all but picks the pockets of defensive back Glenn Glass to catch this Meredith pass. Perkins powers into the end zone, and the Cowboys assume command by a 14-10 count. In the waning moments of the game, and on fourth down, King Hill dodges in desperation to avoid the rush by George Andre. Hill unloads an all-or-nothing-at-all pass. Unfortunately for Dallas, the long shot hits as Retzlaff receives and trots in to tally the winning touchdown as the Cowboys lose a heartbreaker. The Green Bay Packers, who haven't lost to an Eastern team since 1959, roll into the Cotton Bowl where they'll get their first glimpse of Mel Renfro, the Cowboys' Rookie of the Year pick. In the second period, Jerry Norton punts for the Packers. Green Bay learns the hard way that Renfro really can go. The league-leading punt returner at the time, Mel shows the Packers why. Each season has its share of weird plays, and this is the one the Cowboys figured in. Darkness descends on the Cotton Bowl as Paul Hornung fumbles a handoff. There's a mad scramble for the ball, which is finally recovered by Warren Livingston, who scores one of the most unusual touchdowns of the season. Hoping to close the season on a high note, the Cowboys entertain Pittsburgh in the Cotton Bowl. In the opening quarter, John Henry Johnson is tossed for a 5-yard loss by Maury Yeomans and Jim Ridlon. Now it's the Cowboys' turn to attack, and Don Meredith leads the assault with a fancy 41-yard completion to the injury-plagued Buddy Dial, making his first start of the year. The stubborn Steelers play strong defense, but they can't cope with the Cowboys as Van Raphorst gives Dallas a 3-point edge. Frank Clark, the third leading receiver in the NFL, caught 65 passes this past season, and few, if any, were more spectacular than this one. Frank stuns the Steelers as he spins away for a 30-yard gain. On the part of Don Meredith, this is no passing fancy. It's downright fancy passing as Meredith fires a scoring shot to Pettis Norman. And with a 10-point lead, everything is okay in the Cowboys' corral. As Pittsburgh threatens, watch Ridlon, Yeomans, Renfro, and Bishop slam the touchdown door in John Henry Johnson's face to cap a great goal line stand by Dallas. The Cowboys lead 10-0 at halftime. Ed Brown rides shotgun for the Steelers in the third period as they attempt to overtake the Cowboys. Gary Ballman bags this one for a 32-yard gain. At close range, the Steelers return to the tee, and Brown finds Dick Hoke lurking in the shadows for Pittsburgh's first points. Meredith drives the Cowboys upfield in the final period with a 21-yard pass to Buddy Dial, who makes a great catch. Next, a key third and long yardage toss featuring the same combination. Meredith to Dial. As Meredith sets to pass, the Steelers are in on him. Don gets a block from Jim Bokey and beats a path to the Pittsburgh 3. Rookie Perry Lee Dunn fires the touchdown gun, and with a 17-7 lead, the Cowboys are enjoying the fun. The Steelers resort to the shotgun formation, and Ed Brown, under heavy pressure from Andre, is fortunate to get the pass away. The play clicks for a 36-yard TD with Ballman on the other end, and the Dallas lead shrinks to 3 points. With time running out, Brown hoists a do-or-die pass for the Steelers. Warren Livingston makes a game-saving interception as the Cowboys defeat Pittsburgh 17-14. With a fine crop of seasoned veterans along with such great rookies as Craig Morton, Jerry Rome, Malcolm Walker, Bob Hayes, Russell Waite, and Ralph Neely, the outlook for 65 is optimistic for the Cowboys. So plan to be on hand at the Cotton Bowl in 1965. For ticket information, call the Cowboys office at Taylor 66100.